Hello, I'm here to do another live today to talk about my extended Black Friday sale and also talk about whatever classes you'd like to hear about. I've got samples I can show you. I did want to clarify, so the live I did on Monday, I was holding up this panel. This was the one from the October class, and I kept saying it was from the November class. So I had a lot going on that day apparently. But this baby quilt is the panel class for November. This class will launch on Saturday, November the 15th. This is such a cute baby quilt. I didn't add borders or anything. It comes just like this. And so that is the panel for the November class. And then we're also doing these stockings for the challenge design. And I did 4 different designs for these. You can see the little holly down in the corner there. So this is a more simple design, as well as this with the snowflake swirls and loops. And then there's some more challenging ones on this one. This is a feather fill with echo quilting, so all that background is quilted behind the feathers. And I do show how to do this cuff on the stocking as well. The other side is this cross hatching with the poinsettias. Got one down on the heel there and one over on the side. So I do show the cross hatching, and then this orange peel quilting is freehand. So this is the November class, the stockings and this baby quilt panel. And I don't know if you can see the quilting on there. We did all custom quilting all in here. We kept the borders more simple on this one. But this is a really fun class. Each month we've done a new panel and challenge design class. So we do that each month this year, January through December. I haven't filmed the December class yet, but it will also be coming out. I'll probably launch it a little sooner than the 15th. I'll launch it as soon as I get it all finished. That way, if you have time before things get busy at Christmas time, maybe you'll have time to watch it. So I will try to launch that a little early this year if I can. All right, if you would like to purchase the panel, if you click on the link to my site and go to the November Panel and Challenge Design class, on the sales page, you will see an Amazon link, and that'll take you to the Amazon site to buy the panel. And sometimes if it's not on Amazon, I'll link to another site where you can purchase it. So I try to give some options there for you to go and purchase that panel. So it was a very good question. You can find that on the sales page for each one of my monthly classes. You'll see the link to the panel. And I'd love for you to quilt along with me for the classes. I love to see, sometimes we do add borders to the panel. It just depends on what the panel is. So it's fun to see what borders people put on and what all quilting they decide to do. I also have a student that hasn't purchased any of the panels, but she's applying what she's learned in the panel classes to panels that she already had lined up on, in her cover or on her shelf that she needed to quilt. So it's up to you if you want to buy the panel and quilt along. That'll be so much fun. But if you'd rather not buy the panel and just watch the class, take in all that info, and apply it to the panels that you already have that you're working on. So lots of good information. I explain all the reasons of why I choose the quilt design that I choose, and then I talk you through quilting the whole entire thing. And yeah, so let me know if you have any more questions about these monthly classes. You can always go back and purchase any month that you want. All my classes are pre-recorded. So even if you sign up for the November class that's coming out on Saturday, it's all pre-recorded. I'm just launching it on that day, and then you will have lifetime access. You can download those videos and have lifetime access to the classes. I am using a long arm to quilt these classes. I do offer 4 different sit-down quilting classes, so you can check those out. The Build Your Portfolio Part 1 and Part 2 are all available for sit-down quilting. The Dream Big panel, that one is available for sit-down, and Beginner Feathers. So those are the 4 classes that are available for the sit-down quilting. And so let me talk about the Black Friday sale for a minute. So I'm offering that. It's already started and is available. And if you purchase any bundle that has 3 classes or more, then you get a additional class that you can tell me which class you want and I can sign you up for free. So it's basically buy 3, get 1 free. So that is the Black Friday sale or special. Now the monthly classes, the panel and challenge design classes, that bundle, you already get a really big discount when you buy that whole year bundle. You use the code FIRST25 and that will get you almost 2 months free. And so if you buy that whole bundle, you already get 2 months free. I'm still going to give you another class of your choice. So that's the other part of the Black Friday sale. Now I have had a couple people already purchase the beginner bundle. I've tried to put some classes in these bundles to help you out. So there is a beginner bundle, and that includes the Build Your Portfolio parts 1 through 3. It includes Beginner Feathers, the Echo Class Part 1, and Beginner Custom Quilting. I think all of those are included in that beginner bundle. Make sure you use the code Big Savings. You will see that come off right away. You're going to get big savings. Use that code, and then just email me and let me know what additional class you would like to enroll in. So that's the special I'm running for the Black Friday sale. Hi Savannah, nice to see you on here. And hi to Brandy from Kentucky. And thanks Muffa for your questions too. I appreciate the questions. This is the sample from the Build Your Portfolio Part 1 class. And this is my little fabric portfolio. So all these designs are taught in that class. Really great for beginner quilters, or maybe you've dabbled in it but you just don't know where to start, or you don't have any direction on how to build up your skills. So the Build Your Portfolio series is awesome, awesome, awesome for beginners. And it includes 7 designs. It is, hi Diane, nice to see you on here, meander, and then loops. Hopefully you guys can see these. We've got loops here. And then we have a meander with a leaf. So we go into detail of creating these leaves. And then I show leaves with loops. So not only do I show the leaves with the meander, but I also show it with loops. And then we have this flower. And we also add the leaves and loops in here. So you can see how it kind of builds as we go through these designs. There's also these swirls and daisies. The daisies I show with the leaf and loop. And then I also show it with just daisies. And you can see how we vary the size on those. And then we have stars with swirls and stars with swirls and loops. So there's 7 main designs taught in the Build Your Portfolio Part 1 class, and then I show you how to mix and match those designs, and you have even more than 7 in here. So that is Part 1. And then these are samples from the Part 2 class. We have ribbon. And then we have this double bubble. And there's clouds. And this is all free motion quilting on the long arm machine. And I also teach 3 different variations of this curl. So this is the closed curl, the open curl, and then this one is, I'm sorry, this one is the skinny curl. You can see how there's like a little bit of skinny. We're not retracing everything. There's a little bit of, it's just skinny is what we call it. So you don't have to retrace as much on this one. And this one is the open curl. We've got big fat curls here. And this is the closed curl. And it's all retraced. So that's considered one design, but you got 3 variations. And then we have the rose. And you can see how we add the leaf and loop in there to travel. And this is the clover flower. And again, you can see how we have added these skinny curls in with that clover flower. And then clover flower with a loop and leaf. And this one is called Wiggle Worm. And this one is called the Wilted Flower. See how it's kind of droopy? So this is the Wilted Flower. And then I show some combos. We have the ribbon and then the star from part 1 we threw in there with the ribbon. And then another combo is stars with swirls and clouds. And then this one I kind of call like a flower garden. We just do all the different flowers that we've learned. We've got curls in there. We've got loops, leaves. So this is all from Build Your Portfolio Part 2. And you can see how we kind of built off of Part 1. And we just keep adding and adding. And you get more and more and more quilting designs to add to your portfolio. Oh, I really do like that rose too. Savannah. It's super pretty. And that brings us to the Build Your Portfolio Part 3 class. And this one is called Gears. It's really great for little kids quilts, things like that. If you don't want to do, flowers and things, this is a really nice one. And then we have this snowflake with loops and swirls. Another variation of it with the meander. This could also be used as like a little barbed wire design if you've got a cowboy quilt or something like that. This one is called Seas. This looks really nice on batik quilts. And then we have some hearts here with loops. And this is the pointed flower. And that one had the loops and leaves with it. This one is the pointed flower with curls. And then this is a geometric. And this is done just freehand. This isn't any rulers. This is all freehand. Got some extra threads on there. And that's great for masculine quilt or kids quilts, all kinds of things. This is the pansy flower. And then we have holly with curls. We've added some little berries in there with our holly. And this is the holly with berries and ribbon. So I just wanted to give you an example there of what the Build Your Portfolio classes include. And you can see how they're just, you can keep building and building and adding and get so creative. Once you learn the basic designs, then you can combine them and have just so many designs to do. So those are the Build Your Portfolio 1 through 3. I've got lots of samples from other classes as well. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to show you samples or answer questions that you might have. And again, this one behind me is the panel for the November class. It comes out on Saturday. And this is the panel. And then the challenge design is the Christmas stockings. I don't know where I put them. So the November class that launches on Saturday will include this panel class. And then the Christmas stockings are for the challenge design. And again, I try to vary the level of challenge. So maybe challenge for you is just doing these curls, but maybe a challenge for you would be doing something a little more intense like this cross hatching and little orange peels. But I did put a link below the video here, and you can go to my site. Each class has its own sales page where you can see pictures from the class. You can see the curriculum and what all is involved. The Build Your Portfolio, like part 1, I think it's at least 4 hours of content. I show the design where we draw it out and practice muscle memory and drawing out the designs. I talk you through all of that. We talk about how to blend your rows together and spacing and all that kind of stuff. So there's about 4 hours of content on each of those Build Your Portfolio classes. Some of the other classes are 4 to 5 hours of content. So you can go into each one's sales page and see a sample of the curriculum and how long the videos are and all of that. And hi Brandy, she's asking, are you doing panels in 2026? I'm not planning on doing the monthly panels. If you didn't do the ones for 2025, you can still go back and do all of those classes. What I might offer though is if anyone has purchased the panels classes from this year, I'm going to send out an email next year with a Zoom link, and we're going to try to do a once a month Zoom meeting for anybody that has purchased the 2025 panel classes. And you don't even have to have purchased all of them, but just a way to keep in touch and talk about the classes if you purchase any of the ones from 2025. I might do a few panel classes, but they wouldn't be every month. I might do like 4 different ones throughout the year. I really want to get a new custom quilting class out next year. I did not work it into the schedule in 2025, but I hope to get it in next year. So I might throw a few panel classes in, but it just wouldn't be every month. And let me know if you have suggestions for classes you would like to see coming up. I know the Dream Big panel class was a huge hit. I had lots of students sign up for that one. And just to see their pictures once they've quilted their Dream Big panels was just really exciting to see. And that one is available for long arm and on sit down. That's true, Savannah. Some of you did sign up for the panel classes and you were able to watch the class, but maybe not have a chance to actually quilt them. So maybe you'll get a chance next year to work on that. And that's the wonderful thing. The classes are pre-recorded, lifetime access. So once you purchase it, you can download it onto your computer, or you can just go to the site and watch it, but you have that lifetime access to the videos. Oh, that would be a cute panel, Savannah, with pets and paws and things like that. That would be really cute. Most of you probably have seen the zipper bags that I've been working on, and I just wanted to show you guys some of those. Maybe you've already seen the pictures, but I do have these for sale. I did not put them on any kind of site to sell them, but if you're interested in one, all you have to do is email me, and then I can send you an invoice through PayPal. And I can only ship US right now unless you want to help out with shipping. Yeah, shipping is a little crazy, so I feel bad about that, but it's just pretty unbelievable. So it's $5 shipping in US, and the zipper bags are $20 each. These were all quilted either in a class or on my YouTube videos. So some of these you can go on YouTube and see me quilting the fabric, and then I've taken that and turned it into these zipper bags. All of the blue teal ones, I hand dyed the fabric because I had so much class fabric stacked up of, you know, all the things that I taught. Like this was from when I taught how to quilt the roses in the Build Your Portfolio series. And whenever I did the class, this was done on white fabric with colorful thread. So it was really easy to see in the video. And so I had all this white fabric or muslin fabric with all of these designs quilted on them. So I took those and I dyed them all this really pretty teal color, bluey teal color. And then I've been making them into these zipper bags. And they're all different. I didn't do any specific size. This one's cute. It's got this burgundy color inside. It's got the cute little scissor pull. And so they each have really cute pulls on them, zipper pulls. This was from the Build Your Portfolio series. You can see the little flower, leaf, and loop on there. This design is from one of the Echo classes. I think it's Echo Quilting Part 2 that I did the flames. And that one's really fun, has variegated thread. Here's another one with the flames, and it's got the purple zipper with it. This was another one from one of the Echo Quilting classes, this chunky flower. And so, yeah, you can go in and check out the Echo Quilting classes available. The feather classes, I've got beginner feather, intermediate feather, feathers and shapes. Is that on my feather classes? So you can go and see those ones. Like I said, on the sales page, it gives you lots of information of what all is taught in each of those classes. Does anybody else have any questions for me during this live that I can help answer for you? Show a couple more of my zipper bags while we're here. This was one that I quilted on a YouTube video. These are so much fun. This is a pretty big one. Another Echo Quilting design with hearts. Diane says, I like that you have a lot of interest. I saw that your posts about canning. I do canning. I don't do a ton. I seem to go in spurts. I'll do like a ton of tomatoes one year, and then I won't have to do it again for a couple years. Same thing with applesauce, and I am getting ready to can some applesauce here probably next week. And then I do can some meat and stuff too. And she's asking, are the panels a varied level of experience, and is there any ruler work? There's a little bit of ruler work. Let me pull one of those out here. Let's see. I'll be right back. I would say most of the ruler work that I showed was on the challenge designs. I don't know if I did any, Savannah, if you're still there, if you remember if I did any ruler work on the actual panels. I can't think of any off the top of my head. And I want to talk about this one. This is from the January class. And when I first started out putting together the whole idea for these classes, I wasn't really thinking about people quilting along. I was thinking about people just using the information and using it on their panels that they have at home. So this one was really hard to find. I don't know if you'll be able to find this one, but I do put the name of it on the sales page. So you might be able to find this one. It was one that I've had for a long time that my mom gave me years ago. Okay, thank you, Savannah. But again, you can still use all the information from the class and apply it to panels that you're working on. All the other panels besides this one, I've been able to find online, whether it's Amazon or a quilt shop somewhere. And I put those links on the sales page so that you can find the panel. So this was the one from January. And you're asking about like the different levels of quilting too for each panel. This one is a little more simple. We just did some echo quilting around the panel here. So this one wasn't quite as intense. You can see we did some more stippling, like we did stipple here and a little tiny loop. So we did do some more dense quilting on some of these. So this one, I should have these all memorized. I think this was the March one. Like I said, if you go to my site, these are all listed, laid out nice and easy to find. Hi Bonnie, thanks for joining in on the live. I will say that this one from April was my most attended class, and got a lot of thread. This one was a little more challenging. So you can see all that background quilting that we did there. But this was so much fun to do. And there are different color variations of this panel as well. So I hope that gives you a little bit of an example of some are more intense, but others I try to keep a little more simple. Let me show you this other one here. I would say this one was a more simple design. And this panel, we did have to add sashing. So it came all in one piece, but it didn't come with sashing or anything. So we did add sashing to these blocks. And we did a little bit of outlining here, but we kept this one more simple. And then I showed how you can use a designed fabric out here as a guide and still just do free motion quilting. We did a little kind of waffle pattern on that border and a simple curl in the sashing. Oh yeah, I can show the cat one too. That one was a popular one as well. And I'm so glad you said that, Savannah, about the classes giving you courage to step out and try some things that maybe you haven't tried before. And especially the little challenge designs, most of them are just a whole cloth, small, like I've got 1, 2, 3, we did 4 pillows, I think 2 table runners, the stockings, a zipper bag, and maybe another table runner. So there's smaller projects that you can get done fairly quickly, don't take a ton of time, but hopefully they do challenge you and help you step out a little bit. Oh yeah, the April panel, we did this Easter egg, and this was the April class that went along with this panel that I held up for April. This was the challenge design for that month. And so we quilted out, this was just plain white fabric. We drew an egg and then we quilted the design on it. And then you got a bonus class that month of using the Inktense pencils. And I gave a demonstration on how to use the Inktense pencils on that. So again, April was a very popular month between the panel and the Easter egg. So that was really fun. This is another example of one of the challenge designs. So you can see it's just this little table topper. You could use it on a dresser or something like that, coffee table. And I showed matchstick quilting. So you can see all of this is really dense lines. It's all freehand. This whole thing is freehand quilting. Again, a small little whole cloth project. You don't have to do a bunch of piecing to get something ready. It's just a whole cloth, and I show you how to quilt the design on there. Let me hold up the cat one. I'm trying to read comments here as well. Oh, thank you, Diane. I'm so glad that you found me. And hopefully you're getting all settled in and can get all your quilting stuff set up and get rolling. So this was the cat wall hanging we did. This one is just stunning. It is so cool. And I think the most challenging part on this was probably the face. And again, I walk you through all the steps. You can see the quilting here in the background. We've got these medallions and lots of pebbling. So this one was a bit more challenging because of that dense quilting that we did. So I tried to really mix it up and do all different types of panels. The baby quilt was really a lot of fun to throw in there and do that because there's a lot of panels out there. There is a lot. And so by doing the panel classes with me and I walk you through, you know, deciding what to quilt, where, and why, and all of those things, then you can start applying all of that to quilts that you are working on. And I know a lot of people quilt for the Quilts of Valor, and a lot of those are panels as well. So you can apply so many of these ideas and designs to all kinds of panels that you're working on. Here's another one that was a bit different that we did. This one we actually quilted the panel onto a beach towel. And so this was the beach towel that we did. So much fun. And again, you wouldn't have to quilt it onto a beach towel. You can make, you know, put a border around this panel and make it a wall hanging, but you do have the option of making a beach towel. And it would be fun if you have kids or grandkids and you're wanting to do gifts for them that would be personalized. You could find a super cute panel and quilt it onto a beach towel, and you could even put their name, applique their name on it. Something like that would be a really great gift. So lots of different ideas for things that you can make and do. All right, so one last time with the Black Friday sale. If you purchase one of the bundles, make sure you use the code Big Savings. You purchase that bundle, at least 3 or more classes have to be within the bundle, and then email me and let me know which additional class you would like enrolled in. So you're basically doing buy 3 classes, get 1 free. If you want 3 classes and you don't see them in a bundle, I can make you a custom bundle. So again, all you have to do is email me and say, I would like this, this, and this class, and I will put them into a bundle for you and put it on my site, and you'll see it there. You'll be able to purchase it. And once you do that, then let me know which class you would like for free. And all of these monthly classes from 2025, there is a bundle for the whole year. And use the code FIRST25 when you purchase the Panel Challenge Design Bundle. And you'll get basically 2 months free if you buy the whole entire year. And if you buy that bundle during this Black Friday sale, then you get to pick one of my regular classes for free, and I'll enroll you in that. Savannah, if you want to purchase 3 of the panel classes, I can put those into a bundle for you. But then if you pick a free class, it needs to be equal or lesser value. And I do have a couple, I have a class that is a flower petal fill that would work for that if you're not enrolled in that one yet. And then there's another one, the Amped Up Feathers. So I'm trying to do the equal or lesser value concept for that. So if there is 3 that you haven't purchased from 2025, let me know and I can put those into a bundle for you for sure. Oh, I know that. I do appreciate that too, Savannah. You've signed up for so many of my classes and I'm so glad that you're enjoying them. It's been fun to be on the Zoom with you and get the chat on there as well. How much is the yearly bundle? Well, each month is, I don't have the total right off the top of my head. Each month is $30, but if you buy the bundle, you're getting almost 2 months for free. So I'll let you do the math because I can't do it on the spot. And then you would get a free, one of my free regular, any class that you want. If you purchase that 2025 bundle, then you would email me and let me know which class you would like enrolled in. I hope that answers your question. When you purchase that bundle, the 2025 Panel Challenge class bundle, make sure you use the code FIRST25. And like I said, you get almost 2 months for free. And you can see that when you go to the checkout and you type in FIRST25, it'll instantly show you your savings. So make sure you see that on there before you hit the purchase button. And again, once you purchase a bundle, then you can just email me and let me know which additional class you'd like enrolled in. So that's my Black Friday special for this year. And I hope you take advantage of that and take advantage of that big savings code. You're going to get the best deal that you're going to get for the year. Next year, things are going to be, the prices are going to be going up. So make sure you take advantage of that big savings code. All right, guys, I'm going to have to sign off. I've got some other things I've got to do tonight. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all the great questions. I didn't even get to show all of the panels for the year, and I've got other classes here of samples I can show. I'm going to try to come on Friday and do another live. Well, Friday or Saturday. I'll post on my Facebook page when I'm going to do the live, so you can hopefully plan on being there if that's something you want to join in. And yeah, thanks so much. Thank you, Savannah, for all your participation in the classes as well. Thanks everybody for the questions and joining in today. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment below if you have a question, or you can always message me through Facebook. Send me an email. It's quiltcoachchick@gmail.com. And you should be able to see the link under this video to go check out my site. If you have not gone to my site yet, there are 2 free classes. There's the free butterfly class, and then there's the free big flower class. And in that one, I show how to quilt the big flowers, and I also show how to quilt a half flower border. So if you haven't done those 2 yet, go check them out. If you really enjoy those classes, then it's time to go buy a bundle and take advantage of this Black Friday special. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks again for being here. The November class launches on Saturday, and it's this panel with the Christmas stockings, so I hope you join in on that. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much.